Hello, my people. That is why we say we should be careful of what we say, what we do today. Because whatever we do today and say today may turn against us in the nearest future. Tinubu, 2012, he was one of the leaders of the protesters going against Goodluck, Jonathan. Now it is his turn now. So it's now crying. So we should be careful of what we do, because at the end of the day, it will turn around against us. In a bold and symbolic display of defiance, Nigerian protesters have publicly paraded an empty coffin bearing the image of President Bola Tinubu, signifying their utter rejection of his administration policies. The vivid photograph obtained by Sahara reporters shows demonstrators carrying the coffin on their heads, conveying their collective disapproval of the government's handling of the country's economic woes. This dramatic gesture is part of an ongoing protest movement which has entered its fifth day in Lagos. To take its back movement, in conjunction with the local residents, has converged in Ojota, Lagos, to demand this formative change and accountability under the banner of End Bad Governance in Nigeria. The protesters have maintained a peaceful and orderly atmosphere, utilizing slogans and placards to express their demands for improved governance and a brighter future for Nigeria. The coffin carrying incident bears a striking remembrance to a similar protest in 2012, where demonstrators targeted former President Goodluck Jonathan over the proposed removal of fuel subsidy. Notably, currently, all Progressive Congress leaders actively participated in those protests. In his recently published book, My Transition Hours, Jonathan recounted the traumatic impact of those protests on his aged mother, who had lost 8 children. He described how the daily images of protesters carrying the casket with his picture, described with "rest in peace," caused her immense distress. The current protests, fueled by widespread discontent with the government's policies, have adopted a similar symbolic gesture to convey their discontent. By carrying the coffin, the protesters aim to convey the death of the current administration, legitimacy, and their demand for a new era of governance. This powerful symbol serves as a stark reminder of the protesters' determination to bring about change and hold the government accountable for its actions. As the protests continue, it remains to be seen how the government will respond to the growing calls for change. Will they heed the protesters' demands and implement meaningful reforms? Or will they resort to repression and silence the voice of dissent? The world is watching, and the outcome will have far-reaching consequences for the future of Nigeria. The protesters' use of a coffin as a symbol of their discontent is a poignant reminder of the high stakes involved. It represents the death of hope, the death of trust, and the death of faith in the current administration. However, it also represents the birth of a new era and an era of accountability, transparency, and good governance. The protesters are not just demanding change, they are demanding a new Nigeria, a Nigeria that works for all its citizens, not just the privileged few. In conclusion, the coffin-carrying protest is a powerful symbol of the protesters' determination to bring about change. It is a call to action, a call to accountability, and a call to the government to listen to the voices of the citizens. As the protests continue, one thing is clear: the status quo is no longer acceptable, and change is inevitable. The question is, will the government respond to the protest demand, or will they continue to ignore the voices of the people? Only time will tell. The president made an announcement yesterday, but all his address to the nation, there was no sign of changes in the government's plan to govern the country. I pray they should do the needful and hear what the masses are saying. The protesters, they say they don't understand what he have just said yesterday, Sunday. So I pray that Tinubu government will hear and listen to the message. My people, I want to say your opinion, and in the comment section, comment on what is in your mind and what the government should do. I pray that they will hear and they listen to the protesters and Nigerian masses. My fellow Nigerians, subscribe to this channel. We'll be updating you on what is going on in the country. Thank you, and God bless.